And welcome everybody to the Smelly Goonies. I am one of your main podcast members, War. Joined alongside me is the lovely Neptune, Toon Crater, and Ari. How's it going, everybody?
Doing good.
Feeling pretty good.
Always a
I'm
good
feeling
day.
great.
Yeah,
How are you feeling, War?
I'm feeling okay to be honest. I mean, we got a lot to cover, so I think we just hop right into it to be honest. But vibing out.
Yeah.
I'm with like three of the most epic teams right now, I think, and then me, bum,
and
Oh,
the Firebenders.
and the
Woo!
Firebenders. Woo.
So we want to start off with the draft, correct?
Yes.
Just jump right into it for Aurora Season 10, talk about the draft.
How Ari is the most hated captain for the trade.
It's not even that bad of a trade, though. I
Was
swear.
it?
It's like,
I thought it was fine. I forget, what was that trade for? Let's just, since we're already on the topic.
I traded pick 16 for her 21, and in exchange, we swapped 60 and 64.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
there had to be
That's
a reason.
crazy.
I forget why.
Okay, the reason behind it was essentially like, at the time, the initial plan was I'm going to get Ness and probably Tommy. And then Tommy went at 9 because I didn't think Tommy was going to trade me.
Holy.
So then I'm like, okay, well then I'll just get Ness and Sky. That'll be a fun team to play with. And then Sky goes right after. So then I'm sitting here like, I don't want my pick anymore because my next best pick is Tanikby, which I know I can get like later. But I knew I had to get it before Sai at 23. So I was like, just take my 21. I'll take whatever I can get of value.
I see. Me and you were probably the two people to trade the most, maybe outside of
Yeah.
Drew. So, and those are all three pretty good teams. So, people in the future look at trading. It works.
I
But
feel
yeah,
like
I mean, I think those trades were great, and that your team is really good. So props to you.
I feel like most of the time when teams trade, it works out for them. I feel. I mean, I don't know if that's like crazy to say, but like I feel like there's a lot of consistency with like trading and it working out more than like trading and it not working out. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just scrolling through this the public sheet with the draft and stuff like that, and every person that traded has a relatively good team, other than unfortunately Sonic Chronic.
Well,
I think
also,
HV,
Flame was
no?
mentioning chat to you.
Oh yes, HV Sec. Yeah, I robbed him.
Whoa.
Well, are we talking pre-draft or like post-draft? Because post-draft is different. I
Post draft
feel
is different. No, I'm
Post-draft is
talking
different.
pre-draft
Post-
trades.
yeah.
Pre-draft
Okay.
trades, I think, are better.
Yeah.
Post-draft trades are usually like kind of
I don't
like
like-
Yeah,
setting up.
yeah, those
Yeah.
are like this. This team doesn't fit together. We gotta do something. So.
I think most of the teams that traded post-draft are the opposite way. If that's crazy to
Yeah,
say.
I no, that's not crazy to say. If we go to trades, it's you see a lot of the Grizzlies and the Giants.
The Giants,
You see the
yeah,
Thunder
the
Chickens there,
Chickens.
but and that one was
I mean,
really good for them. But like the Grizzlies and the Giants are in situations
Mhm.
of all
Some
time.
could say.
So
I think for
unfortunate.
me, with the lot of the trades, is it felt like it was a lot of the captains that traded. A lot of them like started to look at like where things were falling, and were able to figure out like I'm in a spot where I feel like this pick isn't as valuable for my SR and what SR I'm getting and what I want. So it's like I know Brad specifically, like he traded down because he just saw his like whatever he's getting at 16 didn't feel worth it, and he'd rather build more of like a flatter team. Versus I felt that like I wanted a big 3, so that was my goal. And I think like TC, you said like you felt like that number 4 pick, like you could probably trade down and still get like players you wanted.
Yeah.
Which I feel like worked out.
So I think people know this by now, but I really, really, really wanted to build a team around my friend Jack. The unfortunate part was I didn't think I could get him in round 4. But spending stuff on him round 3 was weird. So I did a lot of trading moving down in round 1 because I thought I could still get value at 13, and I did. Yak is an amazing player. And then, I ended up with 2 round 3s because of it back to back, where I got Jack, who I wanted, and a very valuable DPS in Para. So that's kind of just what I was looking out for. It would have been great to play with Void. That was kind of like my intention when I knew I was pick 4. But I knew
Yeah.
I knew with building a team around Jack, I needed to do something.
I think you actually undervalued. I said this to you before the draft. I think you undervalued that 4th pick because I was saying this pre-draft, like there's a top, there's a no offense to the fifth pick, no offense to those teams, like sorry Spicy, Warbler Hawk, but like there's a top four in my opinion, right?
Yeah,
And like
no,
Ninja Drew
I
got
agree.
into the top four because of you, right? And I think those four teams, if you look at it, it's like the Spectres, Paradox's team is Thunder Chickens? Yes.
Yes.
Say's team, and
One.
Ninja Drew's team.
Yeah,
Voidlings?
they're all.
Yeah, they're all like
Yeah.
really good because I
Top
think they
half,
had that top four
easily.
pick,
Yeah.
and those top fours are like really consistent. And I feel like it's a mixed bag for everybody else, but those top four is really important.
I mean, I completely understand that those four are really big players. I've played with Mardox. He's a really great player. But I mean, when you look at the standpoint of the whole draft as like the draft as a whole, those teams just had good drafts. They knew what they wanted and they got it. So that's kind of what you gotta look out for because, I mean, I was I was number 4 and yes I undervalued it, but I went down, got a really good player.
And yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
good right there. That's good right there.
and then just I built my team around the axe, Jack and Yak, and it worked really well. So you just have to know what you want and you have to put it together and you have to look at the alternatives really well. So
yeah, Jack and Yak is a dynamic duo. They made semifinals before last time they were on a team together. So Bunker Brigade.
I didn't even know.
You all even know? No, you were we all even alive then? No, I was called Unk by Booney on a stream the other day, and it's really getting to me. Like I just like
I think
you
you
are,
are.
Unk, bro.
Oh.
You are. Unk.
Like especially for Aurora, you're like older than me, bro.
No.
Y'all are just.
But you got such beard. You got such beard, Neptune. I got
No.
I got small beard. Small beard.
I have 0 facial
Don't
hair.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about anything else in regards to the draft? Or do you want to move on to our next topic?
Dude, W Coleslaw last pick.
I was gonna say we could look at
dude.
steals of the drafts.
Oh,
This is like
true.
some
Yeah.
crazy steals.
We can talk about the steals. Coleslaw is very underrated, and I don't know why people let him drop. I played with him on the
agree.
Guppies. He took a break and he came back and he played pretty well.
Thanos.
Honestly,
Get back to Thanos.
when the Penguins played on Gibraltar against him, he was probably the biggest factor to them winning because he kind of just got to do whatever. I'm not gonna lie, like he was GOAT on that map.
I think Bacon 86 is crazy. That guy's been playing like pretty good.
Yes, I agree on that. I mean, people know I've been glazing the fuck out of my team, but I think D-Blank at 92 was absurd. 3450 just fit right into the team. Like, yeah, he's known for playing Lucio, but he plays other things and he plays them well.
Yeah,
Carson at 59 seems crazy too.
We're really glazing that on the
yeah.
draft desk too. Like it's just the fact that it like fell that far, you know.
Who else?
I'm really high. I think both the Wing players and like 52 and 58, Cork 1 and Asmodeus round 3, like these are just too good of steals in my opinion for like how much value they bring.
Yeah.
I think the numbers are like not great, especially for Corgi, but the aim like you could just off roll him on any like hero and it's fine.
Their off roll comp like with the chickens is just really annoying.
Yeah, you've had to deal with it, haven't you?
Yeah, firsthand. Yep.
I think also
Like,
Nort
I
last round too was really crazy.
80-81
Almost
back-to-back
80-81
from
back to back.
Dave
Nort
are, like,
and
really
Onshore
good.
Rook are really good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like that team's Maga team with that off roll comp is like I've scrimmaged against Maga teams since then, and no one does Maga like them. No one does, bro. I swear that team is just different on it.
Wins the commander. He just commands his like 5 little like players just
Minions.
run around the map. Yeah, it's literally that simple for them.
So those steals, dude. I mean, since we're still here, do we think there's anybody who went way too early?
Yeah.
Early is like crazy.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. 100%.
I'll
you
go
guys
through
want
some
to talk about?
names. I'll go 39 for a flex support player. It's a little crazy. I think
Which one?
especially because 39 is
39.
big brain, and it's not that bad, but it's bad when you consider who else got taken at 19 from Tsunami. You got Luca, who's a flex sports player that you're probably off rolling.
Yeah.
And then big brain back to back, which is a support player that you probably don't want to off roll. It's just 2 support players back to back.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I think Pomku, and not because I think Pomku's bad,
yeah.
but just because their DPS SR is inflated, and they said it themselves
Yeah,
on
they
the
said
draft
that in
sheet.
the
They
yeah.
said it. So, like, it's went way too high in my opinion. I think could have been a good player for a good team if they went lower, but just I picked 25 for someone who's like, hey, I'm super high, but it's just not true,
Mhm.
is kind of insane.
No offense to our flex supports, I think Silvertals and Raz also went like pretty early. Like in my opinion, like if they're playing like main role flex support, like Silvertals, Raz, like Cloud, like all these supports that go early, like it's
It's so
usually
bad.
hard to get value if they only are playing support. And obviously Silvertals like has other roles too. Raz can like play the Pharah, for example. I think Cloud was experimenting a little bit with DPS. I did a scrim with them once, but like it's been like a lot of those early like shots on supports I don't think are very conducive to like winning. And I'm trying to look and see like are
I
there any
think
other early support grabs that worked
I
out and I don't really see it.
I
WK at 26 is
I
really egregious to me.
I
Oh,
can
true.
agree for the most part. I do think supports early don't work as well, but I do think Ninja Drew made the right decision in grabbing Raz. I think Raz has been a really good part of the Voidlings this season.
100%.
So I like the pick from Drew, but I can understand the POV of grabbing a support early is such a gamble. So
I mean, War has like a sheet like kind of thing about like when it's kind of like the most value. I guess maybe that's more of an auction thing, but it's definitely better to like grab like DPS and like tanks, really early on, and then like
yeah.
support is the role to fall. Like let's go look in
Mhm.
like the last kind of section, like right, like Adams right there, right at round 5.
Hmm.
I mean,
Master play, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of support.
A lot of supports and low SR tanks. No offense to
yeah,
our no offense to
yeah.
our low SR tanks.
I mean,
I
for me
mean,
specifically, for like Warbler's draft, is that you're already drafting Dire at 6, so that's like what 4-2, and we're getting a support that's also like 4-2,
Yeah.
and then Warbler also plays support, so now we have like so little SR and such
Yeah.
late picks for our DPS.
That's what I
mhm.
felt the same about Ninja Drew's draft though too. And I think it
Well,
maybe Ninja Drew's at the cutoff point in my opinion, so it works better. Like a top sorry, there's a top 4. Like I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, that's just like triple GM and Silver Theory, and that's where Forever Kinde comes in.
yeah,
And
the Forever Kinde
like,
May is actually
it's
legit
Forever
Thanos.
Forever Kinde is really has seemed to be really good value for this team for their SR, and just gotta put my respect out there for them.
Mhm.
I
Uh,
think that covers most of the draft, though, right?
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That covers most of the draft.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next topic. Just general thoughts on who we think's doing. We don't have to get into like the PR rankings. We'll cover that later. Just general thoughts on how this season's been going so far.
I think it's
I've been enjoying like the double like I guess like talking about like some rosters basically, like I've just been enjoying like how so many teams have like these double GMs though actually. I
Mm,
feel this is like the first season in a while where you get to have like a lot of that SR and have like other syncs to kind of make up for it, you know?
yeah.
yeah.
Like obviously like my team like being able to play with SLP is like pretty fun, right? Like I like that type of stuff you just like never like kind of would expect, right? I guess like Mardox and
Mhm.
Swifter is a great example. Like I'm looking at like Win Corgi right now too.
Mhm.
Dad Master Pomko, Dire. I mean, like we talked about like Dire WK, like that kind of be expected because support usually falls right. But I
This
just like
is
see like a lot of these double DP like like double GM teams, and it's like pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
I think
this
it's like
is coming. Oops, sorry.
I was gonna say, I think it's just like it's a higher. I think it's a slightly higher cap, and there also feels like there's more hard sinks.
Yes.
So like a lot of these
Mhm.
teams can build around like I want to build this team, and then just get a hard sink, and
Yeah.
they're gonna know there's gonna be enough by the end. I got one at like round
Mhm.
like literally round 5, and it saved my draft at that point.
Yep. And
Mhm.
I think it's really testing like theory because there's a couple teams that said we just want no GM players, right? And some of those teams I think are doing really good. I'd say Astronauts right now. I don't know. I don't want to talk about PR, but I'd say they're doing pretty good with what they have, right? And
I
they have no GM players. Like the only person that's close is like 3-9, but their GM role is taken off, right? In Sky, right?
Mhm.
And then there's like also Firebenders and Gouda Gouda Goats too, have like no GM players across the board. Obviously, they have people who are close, but it's like a completely flat team. And this higher SR cap plus the addition of like all the like super low SRs that get like a bunch of high SRs and low SRs taken off the board for a lot of teams, give these teams like really good opportunities to like steal all the mid players and mid SR team theory, right?
Mhm. I just want to point out there, Neptune was talking about playing with GMs and all that stuff. When he had a team with Yak and Fire, just want to put that out there.
They weren't GM
I
that
know, I know.
season. They
I-
weren't
yeah,
GM.
Yeah, they
I
were.
know.
They were
Oh.
masters and
Yak was
masters.
3750 that season, but that guy is 4150.
And then the fire is 3-5 on tank.
Mm.
Yeah. Just had to put my 2 cents out there for the
Mhm.
people.
And,
This
and
guy-
all,
this guy
all
had
I
triple
keep saying,
TFT.
all I'm keep saying, like the league allowed me to grab that roster. Just saying.
This is true. We
Man.
can blame the league for that one. I'm not blaming. you,
I
I'm
will be
the
blaming
league.
the draft format and letting a GM captain get 2 back-to-back picks.
No.
That's on the league's decision. So,
Oh.
Hot take.
um,
Hot take. I got bailed out by the best last round pick Dish.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's
as
true.
well.
yeah, no,
Mhm.
Dish was such a great pickup for you that season.
Like everything just landed perfectly. Like I just can't like everything. Like I mean, everyone knew like I was getting those 2, and then like no one did anything, and then I just got Dish last pick too. It's just
Yeah.
There were
Thanos.
people
Well,
who
I
were
mean,
supposed to
my-
contest you and they didn't.
Well,
It
okay,
feels like it's hard to contest that though.
I mean, I tried to contest with my own goated tank and go to DPS with an advancey, and it just didn't work.
We're
So-
talking about previous seasons right now. There were 100% people who would have contested that. I thought should have.
Well, I mean, like, okay, well, this is what I always think about. It's like I know this player wants to play with insert player, and I feel like they're just not gonna try if I grab them.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
I feel like I might
Yeah.
be forced to get
Yeah.
Neptune.
To be fair, there may have been some shenanigans in that. If anybody looks at the captain sheet of that season and looks at like the correlation from like availability and scrim availability for Neptune, Yak, and Fire,
that was not good. And it's true. We did like one scrim a month. One scrim a month, by the way.
One scrim too many.
One too many. if he's gonna get a vote, if you just kick him off the league at that point.
Locks DF in like before our
Hey.
Mouse game.
Yeah, you have to change the man. He's the one who first brought up the VOD review. Like, this guy,
Yak brings up a
he's
VOD review
locked,
in
dude.
2026.
I know this guy's locked. Well,
I heard
Yeah.
from Void that like the passion's back, and that was why I wanted Yak at some. I was gonna get Yak and Nest together at some point, but
Mhm.
got stolen as well.
yeah, about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other general thoughts on season, or do you want to move on to the next topic?
I want to talk about the groups and stuff like that because
Yes,
I
I'm
think
a
this season
bigger
with
fan
so
of
many-
that. Yes.
I think this season with so many teams, there's different formats with the groups, and obviously for a lot of the unks in Aurora, and even some of the newer people, you know that the groups is a different part. Like it's newer. I feel
Mhm.
like a couple seasons. It used to just be kind of weird schedules, kind of put together. But the groups was something the admin has put together and has worked really well so far. But with so many teams, it was formatted differently.
Yeah, a bit of a history lesson for those who don't know. In original, I was season 5 of Go for Watch League, so like I don't know like the back. Originally, there was just like a schedule that was generated, and like you just played a bunch of teams, and like top like 8 or like the top get playoffs, right? And then they made it into like okay, we have like an East and a West conference, right? So we have 2 conferences, and you play everybody in a conference, but you only play like 3 out of conference stuff, and that was like all the Aurora season 1, 2, 3 ish when we started phasing in the auctions, and then when we got more teams, we phased into okay, we're actually going to do groups, and then it's going to be more of a what's that format called when you get like iterative
Round
schedule?
robin?
Yeah, round
Or
robin.
Swiss?
Round robin
Right.
or Swiss, like something like that, where you iteratively
Yeah.
like play teams at your elo, right?
And that started in season 8, and so
Mhm.
this would be the 3rd season doing it. But the past 2 seasons, we've just had, Aurora's push for 16 teams, and we
Yep.
got 16 teams both season, and it made it really easily to do 4 groups of 4, and then there's a format, and then 4 groups of 4, and then another format, and then 4
Mhm.
groups of 4. But this season with 20 teams, we're moving up in the world. It makes it a lot harder. but I like the way they have it set up where we did 5 groups of 4. And now we're doing
4 groups of 5.
4 groups of 5 with the buys, which we will talk about in
Yep.
a second. But
I still can't get over how Fish was able to dodge the Baja Blasters, the Moon Baboons, and the South Koreans.
Oh, in like 3 seasons
Those
back,
skills.
yeah.
Yeah, that was like I think that was also like I don't know that to me is kind of why we changed. Like
Mhm.
just being able to dodge that and miss playoffs because like you literally just dodge like the 3 worst teams.
Mhm.
Like that's insane.
yeah. But I mean, I actually don't know. I've been trying to figure it out. But is there a group 3 after
Well,
this?
there is.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the reason I want to talk about the schedule is because this is like something iterating off that where I'm pretty sure like talking about missing like not playing the bottom 3 teams and not making playoffs. I'm pretty sure the Horse Girls are also like in that category of teams that didn't play a bottom 3 team. I don't think, and couldn't make playoffs. Well, I mean it was a little tighter, but and the big thing I was talking about from last season that I wanted to change is I was explaining to like I had like 50-minute arguments against Brad where you could lose your first 2 games and you would just never play a top team for the rest of the season because you lost the 2 first games of the season. I thought that was so boring. Because even if I can't get a top 3 seed, at least I want to challenge myself in these games. Like I want to play top teams, and because I
Make
lose
some
2, I get
upsets.
punished.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's so much more fun.
So do you
Can you
like
just win your
this
first 3
format?
games?
Yeah.
Well, it's the big thing I know is that I it's not I don't know if it's entirely common knowledge yet, but it's pretty obvious. Like if you talk to any admin and if you see the scheduling, is that after this group, there's chances for teams to move up. Like if you win out your group, you could move up like 2 slots. Like the winner of Group 3 can move up to the group like the Group 1 teams. Which
Yeah.
so because that's what happened to Pekkas where we won out in our second group, but we're still playing like the second place group in our Group 3, which I wanted to play the top 4 teams that season, but now you can this season, which I think is so much better.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What is their group currently? Group Moon? So that would be if like the Thunder Chickens went out, they're going straight
they're
up in the
going
world.
to the big dogs. Yeah.
What happens
That's
to group
honestly
4 and
good.
group 5? Like can they go like all the
Well,
way?
there's only-
Is there a
there's
way to
only-
shoot all the way? Or for
I
Only
don't-
4 groups.
if you're talking about like for your Firebenders, like if you guys went out, I would assume you guys would move
You go
up
to the
like
second
group
group.
2.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Where
okay.
you will still face like good teams because that'll
It would
move
be
back to
some of the losers of Group Star, some of the like the mid winners of Group Moon.
Yeah.
So
You see on the
and,
opposite yeah.
Group Planet stuff, like mid people Group Planet. So
To be honest, Ari, I'm the opposite way. Like, I'm just trying to avoid TC because he's never beaten me in an official match on Aurora Esports. So, if we're able to, get that top seed without facing against the Pangaloins or what, plus Ultra Pangaloins.
It's
Oh, okay,
Pangolins.
whatever,
This guy's
buddy.
a great one.
Oh.
This guy's great. He says it wrong
Then it's
every
so
time.
free. Then it's so free. And then he has the pressure. Does he want to pick us? Or does he want to pick other team? We'll see.
That is a good question because a lot of people know that I have an ego.
Oh,
I have an
throwback
ego.
to me on the Bajas wanting to pick the Swagasaurus squad first round.
Guys should call me out in PR discussion after I talked about my team for about 6 hours straight in PR discussion. So
no, but I'm with that. We need to start bringing back. Talk about your own team. Let's stand on something. As
True.
I'm so tired of these people avoiding their team, but it's so obvious where they slot them because they have the teams that like are really close to them, really high up. And it's like, come on, let's stand on something here.
Everybody knows. I'm putting out there for my PR in the next few weeks. Pangolins will always be number 1. It's a waste of time to tell you guys that information now. Like
That's fair.
That's where the ego sits right now. I don't even need to tell you guys how I feel.
TC may have gave
schedule?
belt to my booty, you know.
Oh yeah.
What's our schedule? We're on bye right now, and then it's 1-on Warriors, and then you guys. So.
All right. So placing you at 1 right now seems fair. Like.
I mean, they are objectively number 1 right now.
Yeah, we are overall standings 5-0. So.
Guys, my hot take. The plus ultra pangolins are number 1. Oh, write that down.
I think we were kind of forgetting that there's the real number 1 team in here in this VC still actually, and they might be on the far right.
Oh,
they might be on the far right of the screen right now.
The locked in lemurs. I think the real test of who the number 1 team in this season will be when we play in week 8. I I think they're
I've already been planning. I'm already
Yeah,
planning hero bands.
we're doing some scheming as well. But I mean, just from Scrimbucks games, and different situations. I mean, a lot of people at Spectres and Mariachis are very high on stuff. And they lost to us. I think the Lemurs and the Penguins might just be a little higher than some of the rest. And I think week 8 will truly show who shines the brightest. So.
I mean, we can kind of get a grasp in the next couple weeks because, like, if we start like playing close to the teams that you've been like 3-0 3-1, I think we're probably closer to that group than we are to you. But it just depends.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
we
also just
haven't.
matchup dependent too. You know.
That's
Yeah.
another thing I'm thinking. It is very matchup theory.
It's matchup dependent, and I mean, I think we were talking about this a little bit. We really don't know where the Lemurs truly stand. You guys 3-0'd in your group, obviously, pretty handily. But Cadavers and Pyros are probably lower among people's thoughts on teams, and the Voidlings were down 3 people when you played them. So
They're down 2, I think.
no, they were down. Oh, that's right. It was
They had
down.
Forever Kind.
Forever Kinde ended up showing up.
It was Raz and Bucket. They were down.
Yes,
at
and
match
I played for Bucket, but they were down Raz, who was an integral part of their team.
TC played for Bucket. Oh.
Yeah, guys, my Lucio sucks. Stop picking me up for Lucio.
Oh.
Dude, these cheaters on the Zebra season, they've had TC ring for war, and TC just played Juno the entire time.
Oh, you want to talk about cheaters? Can we look at the Pyros this season?
Was that me? Was that me? Ari?
Also on Lucio for a flex support player.
No, I was like, did they ban me off Lucio? Did they give me any comms bans? Did they do any of this? No. Okay, well, I'm just gonna play.
No, the only thing that's been applied to me this whole season is I'm ring for like 4 different teams, and it's constant. Don't let this guy play Kiriko. Don't let this guy play Kiriko. Don't let this guy play Kiriko. So like. You know, thanks for the Kiriko glaze, but I'm not that good, guys. I'm plat. Like,
probably plat players.
Yeah, shout out to all my plat players, except War. Fuck that guy.
No, we're on stream, TC. Your mom's gonna see that.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
My mom has said worse things, bro.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about for general thoughts? No. All right, well, we're going to go on and move on to something related, which is the bye weeks that we have. I mean, I'm on one. Ari, you just had one, right? I think?
Yes.
Yeah, what are our thoughts? Because obviously with this new format, and general new format thoughts on, like, the fact that, like, we're having these, like, bye weeks halfway through seasons. Are they helpful? Are you guys just using this as a week to scrim? What's the vibe?
For me, it was good, but we probably hit it the most unlucky week ever, because... This one's
Every
Easter
week's
week.
An unlucky week for you.
No. We have 2 weeks in a row where Saturdays are kind of iffy for us. Every other Saturday's fine for us, and of course we have our bye week on a good Saturday for us. But it's like I just use it as a scrim day, and I said let's just play. It was fun. It doesn't really matter that much, though, in my opinion.
My bye week is gonna be on week 8, by the way. Like just the last week. So
I actually have talked about this. I would hate that because if you do. Well in your division or you're doing mediocre or whatever it is, having week 8 come down to what other people do and not your own team skill. I mean, even if it like, you know, there's like obviously previous weeks and stuff like that and how you guys played, but just having to sit there and watch things unfold and seeing where you're placed later, just it would just I would hate that. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't mind that. It's just like I think, like you said, it's just like a team gets to just like. You know, like prepare for like one extra scrim for the week and then have like the rest of their matches. But I mean, it's kind of nice being able to just like finish it out and then have that breather before going into the next group. Because like you said, yeah, you just don't have anything else to do. Just watch it unfold, and no different than waiting on like playing your game on Monday and then waiting the rest of the week to watch, you know, all of Aurora, right?
Yeah. Or how was your guys' bye week? What did you guys do?
We scrimmed the Mariachis. It was very epic. We had people. We were down people. They were down people. So I don't know. We took it chill. My bye week. Honestly, like I said this in my I said this in my captain notes. I'm very busy, so I have not watched anything, guys. You'll probably see by some of my hot takes being like really bad very soon.
My team's bye week is after this week. And I'm gonna put my team through hell. We're gonna have a couple of scrims.
Oh.
We're gonna do a VOD review.
whoa.
We're
Oh.
locked in, bro. We're winning this. Like
His team is
this
evil.
Are you gonna pull
yeah,
Panini?
it's
Start paying for
I wanna.
coaching? Pay for coaching?
No,
Oh.
I won't pay for coaching. This is just a
Put
fun
bounties on
league.
people's heads.
I'm not
Oh.
putting money out there. That's but I'm committed. My team seems very committed. And I think we want to win this. So, and if people start calling me evil, that's fine. But leave my team out of it. They're the bystanders of my ego.
I'm not gonna.
So-
No. Your team's all evil. Your team's all evil people. Trust.
So when are we
agree
just
with
gonna?
I mean
when are we
that.
just gonna make me evil and like have my team be innocent? You know,
Your
like
team is no. You're just evil.
no, everyone. I'm not saying all of us are evil and like
No,
let's
okay,
just
I
No,
was-
Ari's pure and loving. What the heck?
I
Don't-
had to,
Ari-
I
Ari's
had to
a
like,
hater.
I had to say that to save FaZe. 'Cause if you had a super team at the time, because you guys like looked good at the start, but now you guys lost enough. You played close to the 1-1, so it's not even a super team. So I didn't even lose. Like I didn't grant Slate a super team anymore. So now I don't care. Y'all are
no longer evil. W.
Yeah.
we can't push a Penguin's evil theory though because Nathan. has
Okay,
to
but
MVP.
but can we talk about my team winning the Penguins' best map, Gibraltar?
Yes, you guys. So
W.
Anybody watching now? Someone finally banned us correctly. Shout out to the Spectres. Like
W Mercy Band.
it took 5 weeks. So, but that's why we're going to scrim and VOD review and stuff. So we're coming back better than ever, and every issue we had is going to be solved. So
Also,
single
just
one.
a tip for the VOD review: like, let's not play double flex DPS into a horse where I get to run around and take no damage.
I called for our team to swap. That's not on me.
Yeah, TC, make sure you just are out thinking, outsmarting, and outwitting and out counter swapping the GM player, and then you got it, bro. Just lock in.
Dude, on Gibraltar, Neptune would just run me down while I'm in my spawn, bro, and my team would like.
That's what I'm saying.
Complain about how I die. I would like. I can't TP anywhere. I'm so far back in our spawn that Neptune's just there. I can't go anywhere. It was an experience. That's okay. We came back and absolutely demolished them though. After Nathan pressed Q on third point on KR, the momentum completely shifted our way. So greatest hold of all time.
Alrighty. Do you want to move on to the next topic?
Oh, we can't. What is the next topic?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
next topic is PR discussion.
we
The
have-
most fun thing ever.
We have the PR person themselves, Ari, here, to talk about PR. I don't know. It's been a couple seasons that you've been doing PR now. So just kind of talk about it.
Okay, well, so I'll just start. I was saying sometimes you miss, sometimes you hit. Rome Raccoon Dogs at top three, maybe you miss nowadays. But I think it's just like people that are so afraid of like throwing like teams like higher base week by week are just like they could just post the standings at that point. It's just so boring to me. Like I that's another thing I like is I know people say that like scrims don't matter, which yeah you can tell which scrims don't. But again, like I like using
Mine
scrims
matter.
like a base.
Yeah, mine matter.
They only matter if they win. If you win, if you lose, they don't matter. But
Oh, yep,
okay,
that's a theory.
if I didn't take scrims into account or like recent matches and just did but this team bit this team, so they have to be lower, then I feel like I'm just posting the standing, and it's just boring to me.
I'm new to the PR world, but I can completely agree to that, and I'm using scrim bucks into my PR, and spoilers, the Thunder Chickens will be going a little lower this season.
We're
or
nuking
this
them.
week.
We're putting them like close to the middle of the pack now.
Yeah, them and
Especially-
I hope you have learned that the Rome Raccoon Dogs belong in the middle of the pack as well.
Oh.
They're a little higher, but
I have been saying this. I had them. I
will
think I
say-
had them a little higher when I first started, but I've been progressively putting them lower because I have less faith in them week by week, and then they just lost to the Astronauts.
So
I don't know if
So,
anyone watched that game, but
I
they were legitimately
watched-
1 point away from winning the game, and they thought they trolled. They were like, "Let's run out on like Moira." Like they'd Silver Tolls Moira. They had like just silly heroes. They lost that. Then they started tryharding, couldn't win the map, and then lost the next 2 in a row. And I was just in disbelief.
That's something. The only map I watched was like the second half of Gibraltar, and I just watched Ball versus Ball, and it was probably the least fun content I've ever watched. I'm not gonna lie.
It was good night theory for me. I was in bed.
I just don't watch escort. If I'm watching an escort map, I just turn off my brain. It's
Mhm.
not very fun.
I don't like Ball. I'm gonna say it. I don't like Wrecking Ball. I don't like playing with it. I don't like playing against it. I don't like watching it.
I'm writing my notes.
But
Okay.
Neptune, get ready to learn Wrecking Ball. so for
Okay,
PR, we all do our own, or at least so me and Neptune did sushi PR at one point in time. TC, are you still doing the what do you call it? The coat
So
PR?
Uploaded
I
video
had
too.
Gooner bait that me, Jack, and HV did once, and then we got access to PR official, and then never did it again. And I was like, I have PR official. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I've started doing the coat PR. And it's a thing that I plan to do consistently, and I'm 2 weeks in, and after I skim through the games tonight, I will, put out another, because I like putting mine out the day, the night, the weekends. Give people content right away, while they wait for Sayari, the god of PR. The real PR official. And yeah, that'll be a thing that I hope to do for seasons ongoing, and hopefully earn the right to put my own PR and PR official at some point, because when I did it the first week, people were not happy. So I did a PR discussion in my week 2, and I will do so until people have given me the right to
And
put a
people
PR
weren't happy because you put the what team at 8th?
What team did I put in
Ooh,
8th at PR
you
official that
remember
week?
this. You remember this. Wins
The
team.
Rome Raccoon Dogs.
No, for the oh, I thought you were talking about the baby girls on the first time you did it actually.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The first time we did it, I put me, Jack, and HV put the baby girls at 8, and everybody thought we were insane. Look what happened.
Oh, you're just a prophet.
You're just a
Yeah,
prophet,
like-
yeah.
Always early.
Like
I
guys,
like that.
Yeah.
I'm locked in. I know what's going on. I don't
Yeah.
watch the games, but I know.
So, question for those who do PR, I guess all of us, right? Are you guys what percent of games do you need to watch to have to be valid in your PR takes? Are you just are you just
None.
going off
None is
vibes?
valid.
None? Okay.
None
None.
is
Neptune says
valid.
none. Tune credit. What do you
Believe in your
think?
opinions. Believe in your opinions.
Tune
Like,
credit.
The
How-
games that matter. Like there's some
Freedom-
games you can skip.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, for the people who do PR, I mean, just along with things, when it does hit week 8, and if the Pangolins beat the Lemurs, one's 1 and one's 2, or if the Lemurs beat the
Yeah,
Pangolins, one's
I
1 and
agree.
one's 2. That is a game that people need to tune in for and watch to form an opinion, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if I guess you could look at the score depending on what things happen and be like, if you are so confident that these are the 1 and 2 teams, you could put them 1 or 2 depending on the results. But regardless, I think it's going to be the banger of the season.
Trust.
So it's something people should watch regardless.
I just want to say, trust TC. I will be locked into the Johto Giants versus Canadian Cadavers on week
Yep.
8, and
No,
not your
no,
game,
I-
because that is my
hey,
big swing.
I'm not putting out that you shouldn't watch other games. This is Aurora. Everybody should watch every game because peak content. But if you
Every
have-
game.
no, you should watch. If you have the time, watch the games. I'm just putting it out
Yeah.
there.
All
I
right.
mean, I know there's
give
a
it-
constant effort right now to get more stuff broadcasted. Just looking on the prod channel, it's like more people than ever are talking and trying to get times
Mhm.
and match slots.
I actually don't know if we have anything prodded for today. I'm not sure. I don't know.
SMH.
Locked in.
Very
yeah.
evil teams. and
No more
players.
passion.
No more
Yeah,
passion.
We lost it all. Just stop
no,
it away.
Greg was hard carrying Thursday and Friday, and then
Yeah.
got busy Saturday. It seemed like. So thank you, Greg. Thank you. Shout out, Greg.
But I heard
Yep.
there was another broadcast that happened last night that is very educational and may be
Oh.
very important for power rankings. Feel free to go check that out.
I want to know what this was about because they were just
I think they were
streaming-
just playing ranked while drunk, like 5 stack, from what I
Was
watched.
that really what it was? It was
Probably
just 5
was.
flat players playing Overwatch co-op drunk.
Probably,
I swear
yeah.
War was the most drunk though. Like you,
Oh, he
I don't
always
know.
is. This guy's an alcoholic.
I think
This
I saw
guy-
3 different males thrown straight up in the air in one match.
I got my one.
Did they give value? Did they give value?
I just
No,
want to say
okay.
I got my one kill between the 3 ults. I got my one that landed on a roof, and I got one that was like calibration, right? I threw it and just I don't know where it landed. Okay, like come on. I got my
So,
3 ones.
The one of them you hit a home run and landed on the roof. That's good. That's W.
W.
No flame, all love, but the last one you threw on Runasapi could have worked, but like I think Flambo just did not sit on like Flambo backs up the cart rolls into the blizzard. That's a game-winning blizzard right there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Drunk
Yes.
Overwatch sounds like a blast. Too bad I'm underage.
Oh, lock that in. Yeah. Well, one more thing I gotta say about PR official. After we left the draft desk, my three friends on the draft desk with me. I forget who they were. I think it was Booney, Flambo, and
I think Nutty.
Nuttier.
Yeah.
They all 3 said, "Hey, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go do PR official. Bye, War. Goodbye. See you later." You know what I said?
That's how they treat us. They
Screw
treat us like that.
screw all of you. Actually, screw all of you guys. Like what the like you guys are all evil. You guys are evil as sin. You guys are evil as sin. And you know what? You stay evil and you stay wrong. Stay evil, stay wrong. Because every single season you
agree.
guys come in with these
Okay.
cakes. Like Nadia goes in, it's like, oh, from Raccoon Dogs. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good at number 1, and then they just get nuked. They just get nuked off the planet.
I
Oh.
will say this season they seem better about PR. Like I feel like there's less misses, and if there are misses, it's not like as big. Like the Marmots and the Raccoon Dogs 1 and 2 obviously kind of a miss, but the Luxies, Lemurs, and Mariachis 3, 4, and 5 aren't bad.
I think the top.
I mean,
No.
I think Luxie is starting to go down nowadays.
And the Marmots
We'll have
are.
to see. And Marmots, yeah, they're definitely down. I think they're bad. I think they're on the way up. The Marmots are on their way up. Buy Marmot
could
stocks
be.
now.
That's
I think-
That's my one economy tip.
I don't know. I like, especially like relating back to like the PR discussions. Like, it's just so hard because I legit just think some teams will just beat higher teams. You know?
It's matchup
Yeah.
theory. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's just that.
Matchups are such a big thing, and I think people, I think if one team who beat another, or if one team lost to another is ranked higher, that's not a bad thing. It's just a matchup thing.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
there
mean,
was
what was-
there was a whole like rock paper scissors thing with the Raccoon Dogs, the Thunder Chickens,
Well,
and the Spectres.
There were some
and-
external factors about that you could argue Mickey Mouse if you really wanted to.
Just remember, TC, your team was ranked 15th preseason, so lock into
Do you
that.
wanna-
Yeah, I prove people wrong and then build an ego off of it, and then when we fall down, I will back off. Like
Real.
And people will be
I-
praying and like jumping with joy. Yes, TC's
I-
downfall. Yes.
I have an ego because we're 5-0 and we've beaten teams that people were super high on while people were lower on us, and it's boosted my ego. And if we start losing, yeah, my ego will go down. I think I have. Yeah, I talk
mean-
about my team a lot, but I think
Bro,
my ego is.
We could
Nah,
bring
you
up one of
need
your
it.
map losses though to my
The
favorite
Giants?
team, the Johto Giants.
Okay, I would like to say I was annoyed
Oh.
this whole game because my DPS walked out Soldier 76 and Onron. And Jack went to me after the game and was like, the Onron wasn't that bad. And I was like, yeah, Yak's Onron is good, but it's fucking Onron. Like,
Wait, TC. You know the
What?
Johto Giants have two map wins this whole
One of
season.
their map wins, correct,
yeah, no, that's what I was talking about. It was one was against us. And respect to the JoJo Giants for beating us on a map.
It might be
I'm
rigor
bringing-
theory though. It might be.
they had 3 riggers, and my team was screwing around.
That's
And
the
they
thing.
forfeited the map
Oh,
after.
so you blame your team.
So you blame your team, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Yes, I
it's
am.
negative-
No, I
negative
blame my team after the loss. Like that was the thing that we did. Like, but we moved on. We moved on.
Just make sure Yak in grand finals or semifinals does not start locking Junkrat on Circle Royale, and I think you'll be good.
And honestly, Yak can make his own decisions. If he wants to play Junkrat or Onron, it's whatever. I will get mad at it mad at it after, and then I'll move on.
Somebody
Like,
clip that.
I think
Send that to
I
him.
think I
Send that
lost
to him.
my face in match 2 before that too. By the way,
At-
so like
at
I was like
the-
hyper tilted that we're starting to like lose.
at the end of the day, it's Overwatch and a for fun league, and we're just trying to have fun, and we all know Yak's not the most competitive guy. So if he wants to do what he wants, he can. I'll get tilted for a little bit, and I'll move on. Like it's that simple.
That's
So Yak's a great guy, fun to play with. Really respect him. So if he wants to walk out on run, lose a map every now and again, like I'll get tilted in the moment, and it's whatever in the end.
Because you got to remember that's your first round pick.
That's your first round
Your
pick.
first-
You
I
can't go
don't
back on
care if it's my
that.
first round pick or not. It's in the end, we're all here to have fun. There's no money on the line. Like
For me, there's pride.
For me,
I
there's
need
pride.
another
I
ring.
need my ring.
well, okay, I guess my ego isn't as big as these guys then. I just put up a front. Like
True,
So-
Nesquikes. Me when my hero can't get played. No.
yeah,
Ness is just a liar, though. Like,
Yeah.
the biggest liar ever.
Oh, Ari, do you want to talk about how you've been abusing your player and not letting them play?
Which one?
All of them. All of them.
Ghost them me now.
I don't think I even call. I legit don't call a comp other than what I'm playing, and then Ness gets I can't play. It's too hard. Go sim. Like he just gets tilted out of playing, getting hit skin gap, and then gets lost him.
Take Ness out of jail. All right. Anything else on this? You want to move on to the write that down section? Well, I'm gonna have to pull out the write that down.
I'll make one. Yeah, I think we can go.
All right, cool.
can go
Let's
write that
move on to write that down. But before we do our write that downs, so I'll give you a little bit of time to think about it. We gotta recap the ones from like 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, who's excited? All right,
I had terrible write that down.
gamers, get ready. War says 2 write that downs. Andrew gets rookie of the year. We will see less 3-2s in the second and third stage than the first stage. I was really close on that one though. Neptune says, player lower than 3-3 on cheat gets MVP. Neptune also says grand finals will be a sweep.
Wow. You must
I'm
have
just
really-
spamming it. I'm spamming
Guys, we suck.
it.
We're terrible at this.
TC says group conquest, including which team again? The Struggle Strays
Struggle Strays,
will all
the
make the
Struggle
semifinals. And
Oh,
Ash
calm down,
Thursday
calm down.
will win Captain of the Year. Cool. That was all the.
I thought Ash still had a good resume at the end of it.
That was
so
all the. That was
I don't-
all.
I don't
Nobody was
think that's
correct.
bad.
Nobody was
I-
correct.
Wow, we suck, guys.
We suck.
Hopefully we're not.
Ari's
as-
gonna change this right now.
Ari,
Oh,
you're
I'm the
yours.
hero,
esteemed
yeah.
guest. We're gonna go in a circle. Are you good? Do you have one you want to start right now?
I mean, a lot of mine are like awards based because I think there's a few obvious ones like a lock in. Captain
Okay.
of the year. Let's go Knave. I like the
Yep.
culture. I think Captain of the year this season. It's like if you're going by like draft and trades, probably TC. That's boring. Don't really care for that. Culture. That's what matters more for Captain.
I think Nave's building the best culture of any captain this season.
I can respect that.
Good take. Good take.
The only reason I hate that is because I thought I deserved the Guppies one, and you stole it from me when you ended up inheriting a team. So
Oh.
that's the only reason I hate
did-
that. But I can
did
respect
things
it.
No one else had to go through.
All right, TC. What's your write that down? First one.
First one. I'm gonna go with a simple one. Before I do like a crazy hot take later. It's gonna be an award based one as well. And it's also gonna be some ego. My boy Nathan wins MVP. Like that's Nathan is going to win MVP hands down. And I don't think anybody should say otherwise. He
I'm
is
sorry
the
you
best.
jinxed it. I'm sorry
Yeah,
you jinxed
Yeah,
it.
unfortunately.
Did we just not hear those? Did we just not
Yeah.
hear those beep
Beep,
beep
beep.
beep?
Yeah, just
No.
I mean, it's like-
No, it's different this time. It's different this time.
No yak attack? Like, are we just sticking with Nathan right now?
You're just sticking with
I-
Nathan?
There's-
I thought
Sounds
you,
like he's got it.
you were
Sounds like
standing
he's
up
got
and
it.
saying like, "Oh, my first round
do-
pick. That's who I back every time. That's who I back." And you're switching up
You
right
don't-
now.
I will back Yak on everything he does with our team, but Nathan has had a struggle of the past couple seasons that he's played on, and went and didn't win a map last season, and now he has come into a team, said, "Hey, I will play tank for you." He messaged me, "I will play tank for your team," when he signed up on DPS, and has played phenomenal. He is 3500 on tank and plays so well for what he does. Like, I'm just
I know a
Jinx,
lot
jinx,
of Yak
jinx,
attack
jinx.
voters. So
Oh,
I was wondering if it was gonna be Yak or Nathan as your choice.
I thought it was gonna be Jack. Me personally.
I like that shout.
Thanks, Go. Thanks, Go. Alrighty, Neptune, do you gotta write that down?
I think so. I can't really use like team specific, but there is going to be an upset before the playoffs that are similar to um the Seahorses versus what was Poise team at the time?
The
what?
I know what you're talking about.
You
I know what he's talking
you were on the
about.
Seahorses,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
It was.
What the
I can
niche
pull it up.
pull?
I can pull this up.
Is this
It was like Barbecue was on this team, and he was
Oh,
literally
the
running Melon.
oh, the freaking it's a
The
brown
owls, the owls, it's the owls.
the Oblivious
Were they?
Owls.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we lost to them.
Okay,
There's going to be some sort of upset that is similar to that, like kind of like no one thought they were going to win, right? Like there's going to be that before playoffs.
so
You want to make
it has to
call
be
of
a
what it is?
statistically worst bottom 3 team beats statistically. How does it even happen? There's no way that happens,
mean,
Neptune.
It would be like
Think about
it
the
would be like-
format.
It would be a Group 3 team beating like the best Group 1 team is my guess. Is like the closest way. If you want to keep it like as close to like faithful as possible.
But how does that
Then-
happen with this format? Because like think about PR, like just as a concept, right? We rate people higher the higher group they're in, right? But like the high people, like your guys' teams, right, are never gonna play like the low people, like my team, right? So how does that ever happen in this format?
I thought they changed it a little bit. No, like I don't know the movements.
No, we're still okay. We need like a graphic of all the movements, by the way. But like I don't think that's possible. Like statistically, right? Like I don't know.
It would be like realistically, it would be the Thunder Chick upsetting the Penguins or Lemurs, but that doesn't sound that very interesting. I mean, it's a crazy game, but it wouldn't be nearly as like Owl Sea Dragons coded. I think you're kind of just like format gapped for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the Marmots
Unlucky.
and like the Thunder Chickens beating won't beat the Penguins. Like I've putting that out there. I've played
How
them.
How about this then? A flat team is gonna be at least semifinals.
I like
Yeah,
that.
no,
I
that's
like
a good
that.
one.
Yeah, and you
Wait, I do
classify
wanna know what
flat
the
no
stats-
GMs?
Main
is-
roster flat. Yes, like
Okay, okay, that's
Flat
fine. Yeah, that
team
works.
equals
I- we
no
have that, like-
GMs.
The Penguins won't count for that because we have a flat comp, but it's not our main one.
Oh, semifinals, you said?
yes.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna start with a Luke Cold take and say Greg wins best caster of the season because
I
that's
like
all
that.
he's doing.
Yeah.
And he deserves it right now, and I want to give him some love. Like shout out. Like I know there's some really good content happening on Aurora 2, but he was putting in work on Aurora 1, so give him some love for that, right?
Yeah.
You gotta tap
Great.
into the Skycer prods, the worst prods ever, and just
Mm.
couch.
And then am I looping back here?
Yeah. It's
Alrighty.
yeah.
And my second take, this one, and it can be a little more spicy. I'm gonna say, the Pangle, whatever their name are, plus Ultra, pups, they will win every single game in the regular season, and they will go on to make it to the playoffs to lose the grand finals.
Hey, if I get the war treatment, I'm not gonna be as mad as war would be. You know, like making grand finals is.
Get
an
ready
achievement
to
of its own,
learn
so-
that 4 times in a row.
No, no.
Cool.
Okay,
Neptune, you got one?
Maybe I just like running back with the grand finals is gonna be a sweep.
Oh boy. Grand finals will be a sweep. We'll see how that goes. Remember, if the Pangloins make it and the Johto Giants make it, the Johto Giants are always good for one. Trust.
All
Alright, TC, you're up.
This is gonna be my hot take. I think the Voidlings will make finals.
Grand finals?
Yeah.
I like that actually.
I think it'll probably be the Voidlings, and then realistically one of the Lemurs or Pangolins. But I don't want to be like that. Feels like too complicated. I see the Voidlings getting to the end.
Gotcha.
Winning. I don't know, but at least making it there.
Gotcha. Okay, and then we got one more for Ari.
I was gonna say a Voidlings one, but since you already did it, I'll just say it. I'm not gonna count it. I was gonna say I think they're gonna be top 5, and we could get a Void Fiber MVP season, but that's a little boring. So I'll say like I think Cadavers sneak in the playoffs, and they get one map 5 win, and then they just get knocked out 3-0 after that. But they can make playoffs and get a 1 win.
So are you betting on the Cadavers making the playoffs and getting a specifically 3-2 win? Or
A 3-2 win in playoffs, first round, and then they get knocked out right.
So your whole bet is Cadavers sneak their way to playoffs, upset somebody 3-2, and then lose immediately 3-0.
Yup. That's
Okay.
that's the script.
So kind of like comment like they're gonna win tonight and win comment, right? That's kind of what you're saying.
I think Stab Master and Spicy have locked it in. We're coming home. Cadavers Nation, let's rise.
Spicy's has been looking phenomenal.
Spicy's in the chat right. Spicy's actually looking really scary on the DPS. I did a scrim with him. He's crazy.
They took maps off the Thunder Chicken. That's all that matters in scrims. Let's lock it in.
Oh, he's playing DPS. I didn't really know. I was saying Hazard.
Oh, I did a scrim with him and he was on DPS, but he was just running, so I don't know.
I played with him once, and he's transitioning to DPS, and I think they were putting Dow on tank, right?
I don't know. Spicy comment in chat.
I know we'll see tonight.
We'll see tonight also.
Yeah.
Bro, no, that's not a lie.
I don't know if anybody's production like on prod. So
yeah. Alrighty. Spicy says he will not leak the strats. Alrighty, is there anything else for us, or is that gonna do it for this podcast episode?
Strawberry Elephant.
Oh. I don't know if people know this now, but I have my own Blaha. I don't have a camera, but I have one. So there's that.
Dude, I love my Strawberry Elephant, bro.
Y'all need Blahaj.
My Strawberry Elephant.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's going to be all for this episode of the Smelly Goonies. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for our wonderful guests, Ari and Toon Creator and Neptune, as always. Everybody have a safe and lovely afternoon, and tune into the games tonight because they're going to be very epic. Bye-bye.
Yeah.